3 weeks ago, I had completely cleaned out this toilet, and now look, those hard water stains have returned. Welcome back to another Jeff Reviews for you, and this video outlines my experience over the last 4 months utilizing the product called Krazy Klean. You know what? Enough talk, let's get right into this review. Our Krazy Klean has arrived. I opted just to get the 1 unit because I wanted to test it out. This cost me around $50. And that included the shipping. One thing I was liking about this is it cleans the toilet all by itself, and it's even septic safe. I'm going to open up the box to see what we get for $50. There's our Krazy Klean. We're just supposed to put it in the back of our toilet tank, let it sink back down to the bottom. I'm probably going to keep mine away from the drain area just to make sure it doesn't clog anything up. We're told that this uses a magnetic water treatment, which employs a strong applied magnetic field. That's cool. It accelerates the crystallization and just prevents your toilet from getting dirty. This is supposed to be able to work for 10 years, and although I'm not going to take 10 years to make this video, we will take some time to see if I have a difference in how quickly the toilet gets dirty or if it gets dirty at all. We're going to use our pumice stone to clean this up. I'm not going to show this here on video because I did film an entire video on it, and I'll link that at the end. I'll come back when this is clean. As per Krazy Klean recommendations, we have completely cleaned out the toilet bowl using a pumice stone because that's what they say too. Now let's open up the tank and drop in our Krazy Klean. This is the back of the toilet. I'm trying to zoom in as best I can. What I'm going to do is I'm going to put the Krazy Klean just over here on this side. It's far enough away from the drain or the flapper area, so I think it'll be fine, but we'll keep an eye on it. Here goes nothing. Our Krazy Klean is over there in the corner. Now it's supposed to work for 10 years cleaning the rust stains out of this toilet. I was reading through the directions, and it actually says this Krazy Klean will deactivate the minerals that cause the rust stains. Now that sounds pretty cool. I am going to check back in about a month because for me it takes about 3 weeks for those rust stains to reform, and we'll see what happens at that time. I took some time to review the footage that I had shown just a little bit ago, and I thought, boy, is that toilet tank dirty and nasty, and who wants to show that out there on YouTube? So it took me about 30 minutes to clean up inside the tank. It's not perfect, but it is a lot better. I know what you're thinking, Jeff, why would you waste time and clean the inside of your toilet tank? No one ever sees that, and that's true. My thought is, if this Krazy Klean is gonna work, I wanna see if it's gonna keep my tank clean as well. After all, this is where all the water is stored, so therefore if the rust stains are going to reappear, we're going to see them here first. So as we keep tabs on the bowl, I will also check in on the tank to see how things are going. It's the end of the first week with our Krazy Klean, and it sort of looks like, at least in my opinion, that there might be some ring forming around the outside of the water line. Let's zoom in. You can sort of see a line right around here. It looks better when I flush it down, or at least it looks clearer when I flush it down. All right, right there. Can you see that line that might be forming? We'll see what happens in a couple weeks. Here we are at week 3 with the Krazy Klean in the tank, and as you can see, the staining in the bowl is exactly the same as it was when I didn't even have the Krazy Klean. That's very disappointing to me. It absolutely did not work. Before I had to clean this with a pumice stone to get that ring off, I am going to try just a regular brush. Maybe it helped that way. Let's see what happens. All right, just a regular brush on the marks. Well, they're lightening them up a little. That's impressive. Not quite all the way gone, but definitely easier to clean. I've just been scrubbing here with the brush, no chemicals or anything, and this has come pretty clean. I've not been able to do this before without using a pumice stone or harsh chemicals. Maybe the Krazy Klean is treating the water a little bit, because that cleaned up pretty nice. That being said, the whole point of this was for me not to have to clean it all. 3 weeks after cleaning the tank, it still looks just as good. So I was really disappointed that for me, the product just wasn't working as the manufacturer described. So I reached out to return my item. And I wanted to really walk through the return process. Well, once I got my email back, the gentleman actually asked what's going on. Can you tell me how it's not working? And they actually said it's really impossible for it not to work because it's a simple technology that if it's in water, it should work. Well, I explained my situation that I'm having rust stains built up on the toilet and they're just like they were before. And so in a sense, it's not working. And then they asked a question, hey, did you, 1, clean it before you used it? And yes, I did. And then they said, 2, are the stains as sticky or hard to get off as they were before? Well, then I went and checked. No, they're not. They're a lot easier to get off. And their reply was, well, technically then it is working. What's happening is over time, it's breaking down whatever and making it less sticky. I also think it's important to note that they stated that if your house or the water has a high concentration of minerals, you will have discoloration around the water line, but these should not stain or scale. So because I like to review things, I want to give it a fair try. We're going to try it yet again. I'm going to completely clean the toilet out again, and we're going to test this over another month or so to see what kind of results we get. I will say the company was really, really nice. They even offered to send me a pumice stone to help me clean it off, but I already had one, so I didn't need it. I appreciate them at least offering that. All right, so to make sure this is completely fair, I have yet again cleaned the entire bowl, scrubbed it with pumice. There is no water stain to be found, no rust stains either. Hopefully this time it actually works out like they told me it would. And now we're going to fast forward 2 months. Check out that. It's even worse than it's ever been. I have upset my wife over the last 2 months not cleaning this because I wanted to see what would happen, and it just kept getting worse and worse and worse. So now what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to scrub this to see if it comes clean. We've let the toilet bowl cleaner sit for 5 minutes as per the directions. So now we're just going to scrub this clean, or at least try to. Although the toilet was not clean over the course of a couple additional months, I will say it was a lot easier to clean up. Yes, I did use toilet cleaner, but in my opinion, this cleaned up a lot easier than it has before without using KrazyKlean. In this video, we are taking a look at KrazyKlean. So what did I think of it? First things first, let's talk about that price. $50 in my opinion was a lot of money, but it's something I was willing to pay if it worked as described. Like you, I saw many different ads saying, now I don't have to clean my toilet for 10 years. This is so awesome. And look how clean it always looks. And I thought, man, I really would like this to work. At our house, we have a well, and yep, it's really hard water, and my water softener broke. So definitely we see rings form in the toilet from the hard water stains. I have tried almost every product out there, and the only thing that really works for me is a pumice stone, but that can take some time, and I would really just like something a little easier. I really expected the KrazyKlean to do exactly what it said and not have to clean the toilet of those hard rust stains or hard water stains anymore. Now, not typical cleaning, I get that. That's just something you have to do with routine cleaning, and that I didn't expect, but I did expect it not to have the buildup of stains. And as you saw in this video, over a couple of months, different tries and letting it go and cleaning it and letting it go and cleaning, it still builds up. And yes, I will say it is easier to clean, but I still have to clean it. As for me, in my opinion on this, I'm kind of split, right? So on one side, did it do exactly what it was supposed to do and never have to have me clean the toilet again? No, absolutely it did not. But on the other side, does it make it a whole lot easier for me to clean? Yes, it does. In fact, very little effort, I can clean this thing up and the stains scrub right off. And that's something I really appreciate. As for me, I'm gonna end up keeping mine, but I'm just gonna increase the amount of time this is cleaned during the month, therefore keeping the rings or that staining down. Anyway, that was my full review of KrazyKlean. If this is something that interests you, I will leave a link down in the description. This is Jeff with Jeff Reviews for You. As always, thanks for stopping by, and I hope you have a great day. I promise this is the last time I'm going to show you the toilet during this video. I will say with weekly scrubbing and cleaning, the stains have been much easier to manage and they have not returned like they have in the past. For those of you that are interested, the tank has stayed clean over the entire 4 months. I really do appreciate that you stayed around for my entire review of KrazyKlean. You know what? During this video, I actually referenced the time that I did a review of the pumice stone, how I originally cleaned off all this hard water stain. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to link that review right up here. And I would love it if you would click on this link. And when you do, by the magic of the internet, I'm going to join you right here. So go ahead, click it. It's safe, I promise.